I'm Sarah Baxley, and welcome to Pinky the Bear. This is my Mystics, Metaphysics, and Mindfulness channel, and I'm here today with your astrology forecast for the week of December 16th, 2018. So, the two upcoming themes for this week are one, easy peasy, and two, lemon squeezy. Obviously, this is supposed to be funny. I totally am like doing an experiment this week, and I'm just like recording this video live. I'm not, this is just like recorded from my phone. I have like some of the lights up and stuff, but I'm not recording from my like usual camera. I just doing a little experiment. And the reason why I'm pre-recording it is because I put it on both YouTube and IGTV. So, yeah, so that's that. But really, it's funny, the easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've been saying that like way too much lately because it really makes me laugh super hard. And look, you can even see, like, literally, I like put that on. Do you see the themes? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That like error thing, that was because I put squeezy with an IE, but when I Googled it, apparently it's also with a Y. And also apparently it was a British detergent commercial. I don't know. Anyway, if anyone knows about that, then leave a comment below and let me know. But yeah, and I also just realized that maybe this the view might be a little bit not even. So hopefully that doesn't drive anyone too crazy. But yeah, but I just wanted to say, I've mentioned it in the video last week. The reason why I'm recording it this way, by the way, is because I have family in town, and I'm just kind of experimenting. I don't know. I'm getting a little crazy and kind of being doing things a little differently than I normally would. So, but anyway, yeah, I have family in town that leaves tomorrow, and I want to spend some time with them. So I'm just kind of keeping it quick, because normally for me to edit the videos, it takes like a full day to like record and edit and do all that stuff, and then to like download again and like put it like up onto like IGTV. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Here I am. But basically, I think that the only big things for this week, like literally like through the end of the year, like transits are super mellow. Like there's not January is going to be a big month, but like right now through the end of the rest of this month, like things are pretty chill. And so I just wanted to kind of honor that. And I think a lot of people are sort of like reeling from, a lot of activity and a lot of things. Like this was a huge year. Like 2018 was a huge year of really kind of like reviewing and cutting the things out of our life that like didn't sort of work anymore. And so I think that like it's important to really just take this time like over the next couple weeks just to kind of take a breather. So the only big transits that I would kind of keep in mind, we have a full moon that's coming up this upcoming Saturday on the 22nd. And then on the 21st, the day before, we have Mercury come to conjunct Jupiter. And then on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve, for those of you that celebrate, we have Mercury come to square Neptune. And basically what that means is the only thing to keep in mind is basically Mercury governs like our communication, short distance travel, the way that we speak, our thought process, all of that stuff. And Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. So it represents like expansion, right? So with Mercury joining Jupiter, it expands anything that it touches, right? And so, it's kind of like having like this larger than life types of thoughts, or just, kind of things like maybe you're more exaggerated than they normally would be. And then with Neptune, a couple days later, Neptune's sole job is to blur boundaries. And so when you have at square, so like a 90-degree angle of Mercury with Neptune, it's kind of like this, like, where it's already Mercury's already with Jupiter. So it's kind of like already like a little bit more exaggerated than it would be. And then when it comes to like have blurred boundaries wrapped around it, just with people getting together around the holidays with family and everything else, I would just kind of maybe bite your tongue, or kind of like just kind of be mindful that miscommunication is a little bit more likely to occur, and things maybe can be a little bit more exaggerated or misunderstood a little bit more than they normally would be. So not projecting that those things will happen, but it's just something that if there is potential for that, for those of you whose chart it's getting hit with those degrees and those aspects, just something to keep in mind. So yeah, so that's kind of like it. Like, but for the most part, really like through the end of the month, like everything is like pretty mellow, So yeah, so I just wanted to do this. And I also just wanted to include like a little announcement is that I am basically, I don't know, I'm, those of you that know me, like know that I'm, kind of like a well of like creativity, and like there's no lack of like creative inspiration generally on my end. And I also have the initiative to like and drive to like go through and get stuff done. So anyway, so there's like another project that I've been working on that I've wanted to slowly like incorporate into my regular work routine. And that's something that's called Tech with Bax. And Baxley is my last name. So Tech with Bax, it's TECHWITHBAX. And I made an account on Instagram and I will be doing YouTube videos and stuff as well. But it's basically like my journey like as an entrepreneur and like working with social media and all of this stuff because we have Uranus that dipped into Taurus earlier this year for the first time in 84 years and will do again next spring. And basically like Uranus is kind of like the planet of like it represents technology amongst other things like revolutionary change and it's kind of like a little bit eccentric. But when it's in this sign of Taurus, which is like an earth sign, right? Very much about like our tactile world. My interpretation of that is that like technology, I know it's crazy to think because like technology is already so much a part of our everyday life, but like technology is going to be like even more a part of our everyday lives. It's going to into our physical world. It's going to be even more part of our physical world. And we're going to see that over the course of the next 7 years while Uranus is in Taurus. And so anyway, so because of that, I sort of pushed myself over this last year because I'm kind of an introvert by nature, even though I'm like, spirit fingers, all this stuff like on the outside, but I'm kind of a private person. And so getting into social media and doing videos and like posting selfies and like doing all of that stuff was something that didn't come naturally to me. And it took a really long time for me. Like I did it and it was like so anxiety producing, but I sort of like pushed myself out of my comfort zone to do it. And it's something that I think is really important for a lot of people that are entrepreneurs to kind of do that and like get out. So I'm starting this thing called Tech with Bax very soon, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate it and be able to dedicate enough time. So I'm kind of working things out with the schedule, right, with work. But where I basically kind of like guide through people that like are like entrepreneurs or want to kind of start getting involved in like doing projects and getting more involved with social media and making their own content and just kind of like familiarizing themselves. Like technology and social media is moving so quickly and there's always so many changes and stuff that are happening that, I mean, obviously like I'm not like an expert, like I'm not like a crazy professional, but like I've definitely had to, I'm self-taught in a lot of stuff and and would love to kind of make content about that because I have a lot of people that are asking me questions all the time. And, technology is a part of everyone's like daily life. And so I figured why not, right? So that's kind of like my next big project that I'm really excited to do. So if you haven't already, a lot of people already started following, even though I've only, I think, put one post in September and I didn't even elect like a chart or anything for it, which is like astrology for like astrologers picking like an opportune time to do something. I've kind of just get like these bursts of creative energy and I just kind of do them. So even today, I didn't elect doing this weird live video thing today. But go follow Tech with Bax if you want. I mean, if you want to learn. And the other thing is, so I'm kind of trying to figure out how to basically do that and also, continue with the astrology video. So I've also played with the idea of doing a longer, maybe like monthly video once a month, as opposed to every week. So that way I can start creating some content for Tech with Bax, as well as like just creating other astrology content. Like I've wanted to create educational content and do it for a while. And I haven't done it just because, producing one video a week is, a lot like doing editing and all of that stuff, as you guys will see as I like cover that. So anyway, would you be totally heartbroken if I just started doing astrology, like transit videos, right? Which is like the videos that I do weekly once a month. And so that way I can create more content maybe about like your signs or planets or the houses or aspects or kind of more educational things as far as astrology is concerned. And then that would also free up some space for me to do this other project. So please leave your comments below and let me know what your thoughts are on that. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and I'll see you next week. Cheers.